Essex on top after Harmer hammers Hampshire. Hampshire are right at the pointy end of the Division 1 table. A strong win against Yorkshire last time out took them to within 3 points of Surrey, the current leaders of the LV County Championship. Essex are tricky opponents though, even if they haven't yet reached the dizzying heights of their performances in recent years. They chose to start the day in the middle, Hampshire with the ball, and the visitors were productive early on. Abbott's delivery perfect, Brown's leave wasn't. Barker got in on the act, Cook outcaught by Holland jabbing at one. The score a concerning 7 for 2, and it didn't get much better. Lawrence only able to add 2 before he was trapped in front by Brad Wheel. After an hour and a half in the middle, Essex brought up the 50, 3 added by Walter to get there. At last something for the hosts to cling on to. Hampshire had their tails up though, and Ian Holland made it 4. Walter out LBW. Things weren't going to plan for the 2020 champions, and they went from bad to worse. Pepper out 2 balls later. Holland took the catch of his own bowling, the title contenders showing their credentials. There was a sense that if Essex were to avoid an embarrassment in the first innings, Wesley and Rossington were key. The tricky overs before lunch had to be negotiated, and they made their way to the sanctuary of the break. The score 72 for 5. Plenty of work left to do after lunch. The recovery looks on. The pair gritty and determined on their return to the middle, and Barker was on the receiving end. Relief for the hosts when Wesley unfurled a sumptuous cover drive for 4 to ensure they'd reach 3 figures. That would prove to be the end of the road for the partnership though. Just when Essex thought they'd gained some control, Rossington had to go, bowled as Abbott got one to keep low. And both men were gone soon. Wesley trapped in front by Dawson, agonisingly short of his half-century. Snater and Harmer are no slouches with the bat and put in a show of resistance. The former entertaining as usual, flashing hard at anything and everything within reach. Harmer took them to 150 runs, whipping Wheel through the leg side for 4. But all eyes were on the other end. Snater, inventive, the uppercut, effective. The 8th wicket, worth 50 off 77. Another short ball from Wheel, another Snater 6. Hampshire's grip on the reins loosening, but then tightened. It was spinner versus spinner, and Dawson won. Harmer LBW for 19 on the sweep. Still Snater swung with freedom, and the 6s kept coming. Beard too got in on it with tea just around the corner. Snater's electric innings came with the reward of a 50 before tea, up to the mark from just 47 deliveries. A swashbuckling counter-attack, leaving Essex in a much healthier position at tea. The score 194 for 8. Snater almost took Beard's head off to bring up the 200. It seemed everything he touched ran away to the ropes, and that continued all the way into the evening session. Beard got back to his feet. Holland flayed through the offside for 4 to bring up the 50 partnership from 62 balls. With 71 eye-catching runs to his name, Snater was finally removed. The shot mistimed, Wheel underneath it, Abbott with the wicket, an intrepid knock finally at an end. Beard tried to do the same as Snater before him and added some crucial lower-order runs before finally falling for 33, caught in the deep by Donald off the bowling of Dawson. Essex all out for 238. Wesley and Rossington had recovered from 56 for 5 to put 3 figures on the board, but Shane Snater's all-out assault had left Hampshire's shoulders slumping. The number 9, 71 off 73, far and away the top score in what had been far from a straightforward innings. And Hampshire were about to find out just how tough it could be out there. Organ unable to get off the mark, juggling in the slips, but Cook clung on eventually. Gubbins joined Holland, the innings now up and running in earnest, but the pair could only add 34 before Cook trapped the opener LBW for 11 with one that did a bit. And Vince soon followed. Down the track, 2 balls into his innings, the swipe wild, Rossington quick to whip the bails off. Dawson followed. The game was gathering pace. His the 14th of the day. Harmer finding all sorts of movement, and Hampshire were all at sea. Not for the first time this season, Gubbins and Brown were asked to rebuild, but this time they couldn't stick together. Harmer with yet another wicket. Gubbins out, well taken by Lawrence. Donald was his next victim. Out first ball, caught tamely at short leg by Pepper. Vintage Simon Harmer. When the visitors strolled off the outfield at the Cloud County ground, they'd been reduced to 68 for 6, trailing by 170 after a destructive spell by Simon Harmer. They need to find something, and fast, if they're to claw their way back into contention. Otherwise, with Surrey dominating at the Kia Oval, this could be a damaging week for their title hopes.